Just setting up the FF6 flapper today, mate. The farmer called us in the week, he's having a bit of trouble on the peas. As you can see, the crop's getting pretty destroyed in this area, so just going to try a little bit of a light kit today. Just going to start off with a flapper and some few decoys, some old school ones as you can see out there. You can have it so it flaps constantly, or like I say, you can slow it down so it's got a real slow wing speed. And also you can max it out so it flaps like mad, but I like to use it manually, so when I do see the birds coming, I can just flap it whenever I'm ready. That's, well, I've pushed the wrong button there.
When you press
I'm trying to figure out which it is. Oh, that's the one. Where's that wing going today?
So it's coming towards us.
Sort of coming at us, isn't it?
You're spinning it round.
Yeah.
Do you always put them into the wind?
Yeah, always put the birds into the wind, mate. You'll never see a bird fly and land away from the wind because they obviously don't like their feathers being blown up backwards like this.
Right.
A bit like a dog, I guess. They don't like being stroked backwards, do they? I just thought I'm going to keep the pattern tight. Sort of a slight horseshoe probably so the birds can come into the middle here, but we just give it a go then through the afternoon. If it doesn't work, we can change it up a little bit.
What made you choose to put the hide there?
It just looked like a nice natural bit of cover in the back. To be honest, it was already half done the way the trees were laying, so we kind of just kicked away in through the nettles, and Dan did most of it because he's done it all of his life, he knows what he's doing. I just watched really. I was a bit precious about my legs, to be honest.
Come on then, Robbo, let's go make some noise then, mate.
How do you know each other?
Well, we have known each other a long time. I don't know, I suppose we just bumbled around with the same group of mates really, didn't we?
Yeah, back in the day, probably when I was about 17, I think.
Yeah.
17 years old.
Obviously I was a bit older.
And then Rob's dad went to school with my mum, so his family obviously know my family from all over the years, so didn't really lose connection much, did we? Because obviously Rob had his group of friends and I had mine, and then we sort of all merged into one really, didn't we? And then we decided to obviously start this at a later date.
Yeah, Tree Evolution came about sort of towards the end of last year. I've been doing tree work since I was 16, so a long time now. And I worked for a company named as Treetops, where I started with him when I was 18. And we were business partners for the last 7 years. And he decided time for him to retire, so there was an opportunity to start again.
And two become one.
Two become one, yeah.
We'd actually spent a few months talking about it, to be honest. I was getting a bit fed up with my job, the same dead-end job every day, so I wanted to be back outside. Obviously, you know, I enjoy being outside, so Rob mentioned it to me and we sort of just went from there. It took probably 5 or 6 months just to try and find names and things like that, and obviously to wait for the old firm to wind down, and as soon as it winded down, we took it over.
So what services do you offer?
Obviously tree surgery, edge work, topiary, which you don't sort of see too much anymore. But yeah, I quite enjoy
Rob's
doing
got a good art in that as well.
I quite enjoy doing the old topiary with like hand shears and stuff like that, taking it back old school and doing it, you know, the way that it used to be done. I really enjoy that. So
stump removal.
Yeah, stump removal when we can.
A little bit of grass cutting here and there sometimes. Paddock work. That's what it's all about. As long as you're happy at work, you're happy in life.
Nice to be outdoors.
What cartridges are you using today then, Danny boy?
Well, just a mixture of all sorts. Take a little look in the old bag down there, Baxy boy. The odds and ends really. I have to use steel when I'm taking the birds to the falconries, or like today my mate just wants them for ferrets, so I just chuck a mixture in the bag.
So what guns are you using this afternoon?
I'm on a Beretta 682 Gold.
And I'm using the MK38 Miracle. Got a long shot right. Just a bum boy.
Shot. So then Dan, it's a week after the Jack Pyke Open. You shot pretty well. What did you think to it?
Yeah, no, it was a blinding day, mate. Like I say, every year we have a good squad. I didn't expect to shoot as many as I did, but
what did you actually shoot? I can't remember.
106. And how many times could you do that? Gav shot a 106, I shot a 106, and then both 35s on high tower. You wouldn't be able to do that every day. But no, it was really enjoyable, mate, and we can't thank you guys enough for letting us come.
A winning unclassified with your 106 then?
Oh no, and then you rang me up about the money. I was over the moon. Already booked a holiday. Oh! Yes!
What, Rob? It's obviously been a hot afternoon. How have you found it?
Yeah, no, it's not been a bad day, mate. Like I say, this is new ground to me. I only sort of got on this ground probably about a year ago. We had a call from the farmer yesterday saying there was plenty of pigeons here. We turned up, there was probably 150 birds here. Didn't start off too well. Like I say, we was here for a couple of hours, ended on 21. There was a couple that we couldn't find, but overall it's been a nice little afternoon.
But one question for you both. Who shot the best, Rob or Dan?
Go on, I'll let you answer that.
That's definitely a no-brainer there. Dan Thor. Dan Thor. No, he's a good shot. He's a good shot.
Well, it's been a pleasure watching you both shoot. Great afternoon, fun as always with you both, and I think it's time to go and have a cold one.
Yeah,
Cheers,
exactly.
man.
Time to
Cheers,
the
boys.
pub. Cheers, boys. Thanks for a good day.
Thank you.